walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello friends and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. Now I know it has been a while, there are some reasons, of course work started again, so a lot of busy stuff. Anyway, let's get right into this traditional draft of the Edge of Eternities. Still a very fun set to play. If you have not already, you should actually play it. Now, welcome. If it's your first time, feel free to click some of those buttons, or even if you're a regular, but most especially, feel free to help me out with feedback. So if you see me do any silly things, mistakes, misplays, or whatever, please do let me know. Now, the children are in bed, the wife's gone to the gym. However, school has also just started and our youngest is going to the first group. And, well, let's just say she's not having an easy time. Which means that I can hear her, but in the event that she starts crying or whatever, because she's just very sad and tense, I should probably check it out. But so far, all's well. Got my coffee, got my tea, and let's get this party started. That was a long queue, but we got in. Okay, let's see what we have to work with. Some good cards. It's a very strong pack when it comes to the commons. Virus Beetle, Crasher, Relations, Plasma Bolt, Luminary. All very good first pickable cards. And I probably would have if there weren't a Forged Titan and a Warmaker Gunship. And I have been quite impressed with the Warmaker Gunship. Simply because most of the times on turn 3, if you play this, you already have 1 plus this one, so it's already 2 damage. But in the late game, especially with all the lander tokens, it's actually very, very good because it can dome a creature, well, quite hard. So we're going to take this. Otherwise, I would have probably taken the Titan or the Luminary, but a Gunship is fine. Let's see if there's any people. Wow, the names and stuff are not loaded. Good job, MTG Arena. Wow. Well, I do like Pain for All. The only important thing is that you have enough playables to put it on. So you want to be creature heavy. Or of course when the gunship has been crewed max, you can do this. But this is most of the times just a removal spell. And then with upside, because if the opponent starts blocking your creature, that creature will deal damage equal to that damage to the opponent. Wow. Still some very strong red cards. Not seeing a lot of green. Of course, Crasher is good. There's a Plasma Bolt and a Cut Propulsion. I think the Propulsions is better than the Plasma Bolt. I know it's more expensive, but this kills pretty much anything. And it's at instant speed, which makes it much better. So we'll just take that. I do like that red seems open enough so far. Okay. Well, I could take the Vote out, because I think it's the best card in this pack, or another Crasher. But I think I'm going for the Pangolin. It's an okay 2-drop. Pretty much a bear with upside, but because we care about artifacts, I think this will go splendidly together with other artifacts that we might pick up. Plus, I want to, as you know, stay open with the second color for as long as possible. But if we get some Crashers back, I think we'll definitely go pick those up. Okay, blue-white is pretty decent. There's also still a Voidforged Titan. But green doesn't seem that open. I'm going to take this Team Leader. It's pretty good with the spacecraft because you can just warp this, then pretty much crew it up. So I'm going to take the Team Leader, but Land Seeker is also pretty good. Just keeping my options open to get a clear sign for what seems open, together with red, because red does seem very open so far. And this deals damage equal to the creature's power. So we want to make sure that whenever we pick creatures, we want them to have more power than toughness, because it will make both the stationing and the Pain for All much better. I do hope we get some of the plasma bolts, but I don't expect it to. I don't think people will all pass it. Wow, another cut propulsions. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll take it. Noted there is a Fate Maker, which is pretty strong. Also a nutrient block, but I think the nutrient block is best in either black or green. Something with sacrifice. Now there's a Land Seeker or a Scrapper. Containment is okay, but the problem is that it can easily miss because you won't have something to put it on. So I'm going to take the Land Seeker here. It gives an not a permanent lander token. Oh wow, very late Mechan. Yeah, I'm taking it over the spaceship. This 2-drop will do a lot of work. It does a lot of work in any deck, to be honest. Wow, Plasma Bolt came around. Well, so far we're mono red, which is interesting. Didn't see any multicolored cards with red come by. I don't think I saw any multicolored cards come by the way. So maybe we're in a pool where people see a multicolored card, just pick it and then pretty much tunnel vision. But I do like what we have now. Now there was another Plasma Bolt in the pack after this. It's not anymore. I'm going to take the Scrapper. Skiff is okay, but not something that I want to pick early, and this Scrapper will do a lot of work with the gunship and, you know, artifact stuff, and we want to be creature heavy. Wow. 11th pick Plasma Bolt. That's crazy. So maybe we want to get some more warp stuff to make all of the Plasma Bolts better. Okay, well, the youngest sounds very silent, so I hope she's asleep. Alright, well, I do like myself a board wipe. Now, if the Bombard comes around or the Moxite, it's obvious to me that actually no one is in red. But I'll take this Velocity. Hopefully we can pick up a... what's it called? The Dragon, 7-drop Dragon. It's very good with that. But I'm going to take this Mechan. It's an artifact, so we care about that. And it's a 2-drop, which is fine. Let's see what you do. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions with whenever this token leaves the battlefield, it does 2 damage to any target. Okay. Well, that is interesting with the Scrapper. Do we have any other ways to sacrifice artifacts? I don't think we do, but we might pick some up. It can be interesting. There's the Nebula Dragon. This one might actually come around, because if there's someone else in red, they will probably take the Ardent. I'm going to take this Manufacturing. I think it will be fun to try out. Now there's a Dragon. I'm going to take this. We need to find a way to sacrifice artifacts to make it work. But I'm going to take Nebula Dragon simply because it's pretty decent top end, especially together with the Velocity. You play the Velocity, put the Dragon into play, deal 3 damage to the opponent, attack for 4. You know, get the gist. Not seeing any sacrifice stuff just yet, so I'll take another Mechan simply because it's another artifact creature and we seem to be a bit aggressive here. Maybe I'll take another Scrapper. I'll take a Bombard. We do need more creatures, but I do like the Bombard over the nutrient block. So far we're just red. I mean, we can just go mono red, would be interesting. But if there's any multicolored card, for instance, if a red-green uncommon passes by, the one which makes whenever you sacrifice an artifact deal 2 damage to each opponent, we will go into red-green. But those odds are of course very, very slim. We might have too many removal spells. Ooh. Okay, I think I'll take the Sami here. I think this is clear enough sign for us to also go white. Maybe the Scrapper will come around, but I don't think so. Modifier is okay. There's also this Vanguard. Again, nothing with sacrificing. So we might not be able to manufacture some weapons, unfortunately. I'll take the Vanguard. It's a decent top end. Moxite. Whenever sacrifice this artifact, so I'll take the Moxite. I'll take the drone. Since we're already in white now, we might as well. My goodness. Okay, I don't think we need another top end. I'm going to take this Ardent. So far this is looking pretty good. Wow. Red, white, clearly open. Yeah, I do like Haliya. Probably better than the Lightsmith. I will try to get more luminaries for it. So I'll take the Haliya here, if that's how you pronounce it, I don't know. This will never come around, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we can do the manufacturing, unfortunately. Because we will probably get many of the tokens, but we don't have anything to do with it. So I think the manufacturing, whoops, will have to go. And I just remove the pangolin. Well, definitely taking the Lightsmith here. Great way to get some more card draw going. This is also pretty much a 2-drop. It could be pretty good, but I'm not sure. I've had multiple decks where I was impressed by what I drafted and then it turned out to be totally crap. I think the Banishing Light is probably better. We still do need to do some cutting here. I don't think we need the Scrapper. We have the Lightsmith. Okay, I'm going to take this Foundry. Turns out the youngest is not yet sleeping. We don't have enough artifact creatures to make this Silencer good. I think I'm going for the Zealous Display over these systems, because it seems like we are going semi-aggressive. This is absolutely crazy. So I think we have to get rid of the Land Seeker here, otherwise our top will be too heavy. Well, it's all so incredibly open. It's absolutely crazy. Now I have to cut some 3-drops. I don't want to cut any more creatures. Don't think we need another display. 1 pump spell is enough. Maybe we can get rid of 1 cut propulsion. It is good enough if you go wide. Now maybe we'll just play 1 land less. Do I prefer to have a land or a Moxite? Now, if the Lightsmith is actually still here, it would be absolutely crazy. Simply because it's pretty much first pickable and it's very splashable. So Don't think I'll play another Nebula Dragon. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty much it. Now I think I'm going to play 16 lands. We have 2 Lightsmiths. We need mostly cheap creatures to go through our deck. We want to be double spelling a lot. And this is going to be it, I think. If I cut something, it has to be a 3-drop. But the problem is I do like all of our 3-drops. Maybe the display? I'm not sure if we go wide enough. Okay, let's do it like this. Better safe than sorry. Now I would have loved to play the card that makes the ammunitions. But we only got 1 card which can sacrifice other artifacts. So that wasn't going to happen, unfortunately. It could be great in red-black, of course. Okay. Well, this is unfortunate. I'm always tempted to keep this, but I shouldn't. This is better. I think I'll go get rid of the Mechan. Now it will be a bit slow. Because I want to go this on turn 3 with the Luminary warped. Wow, could have ditched the land. Should have ditched land, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to do the Luminary first. No, I have to do this one first, otherwise I will not gain the life. Okay. Don't need any more lands. Wouldn't mind a red source, of course, for double spelling. Okay. And now I can please no longer get any lands. That would be amazing. Okay, that is huge. And very annoying. It doesn't have trample. We cannot plasma bolt it. We have to combine it with the gunship, I think. It's going to need to be chumped a bit. I could have attacked with a 1/1 into plasma bolt, but he's going to kill my Luminary. Wow, this is very aggressive. Don't really care about this too much. He probably didn't want me to block, but with the Luminary. Okay, so he's tapped out. We cannot get enough artifacts onto the battlefield for the gunship to kill it. So I think we have to go for one more chump session and then hopefully next turn be able to kill it. Yeah, we should be, if he taps out we can kill it next turn. But the diplomatic relations was very aggressive. I don't want to lose my pangolin because I need it to be an artifact. Otherwise the gunship will not kill something. I just hope that he taps out, especially with blue and green, because with that he can either counter spells. Okay, well he tapped out all his blue and green. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I'm taking 4. Now I hope he's not going to put the counters on the harmonizer. Okay. So it has to be gunship into plasma bolts. And I can pay 1 extra, which I will. And since we're not blocking with the pangolin, I might as well use it to crew. Maybe I should have kept up the planes for the Moxite. I probably should have. But this 6/6 is going to be a problem. Especially because most of our destroy spells are damage based. After this I'm going to put in the other cut propulsions. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the mountain. I'm going to pay 1 white. Can we take 10 next turn? I don't think I want to take 10, so I'll just warp this boy. Put another counter on the pangolin. Crew up the thing and attack with a flyer. Now, of course, we're not going to win this race. But if he attacks next turn with the tenderfoot, we'll just take it. And then we have a pretty decent backswing. Unless he has more other stuff, of course. But we have a Pain for All, which at this moment can deal 5. Seven. We could do both, but I think the pangolins. Oh man. Yeah, I don't think we can actually kill the tenderfoot anymore. Damage to each opponent, so it's not even potential to creature, which is unfortunate. I don't want to kill the elite. It deals that much damage, so it would be 6 damage to the opponent. I hope he puts all the counters on the tenderfoot, so that the Pain for All will be a bunch better. Yeah, I expected him not to. Tapped. Yeah, I have to play this. I will attack. And I know I will go down to like 5. But I think I must take the risk. If he has another removal spell, it would be very good for him. I'm going to put in the cut propulsions, both of them, because they will be very good against him. But I don't think we can actually make this, especially if we play something else big. We can only get a tapped token. Oh my goodness. And he drew something. I think we're pretty much dead here. It's unfortunate that it comes tapped. Okay, interesting. I hope he doesn't attack with everything. Yeah, I want some instant speed removal for something against the elite. Oh, his creatures have trample. So that means I'm dead. Yep. Okay. Game number 2. So I was actually flooded. So I'm going to remove a plains. I'm going to put in a cut propulsion. Didn't draw any of the big dudes. Yeah, we had quite some answers that we could draw, but unfortunately we didn't. Yeah, well, I think we were dead anyway, even without the trample. I would like to play first. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll keep this. Man, these starting hands. We had to mulligan first time and now we have only mountains. But you know, that's the game. I'm not going to warp the boy. Gene Pollinator. Definitely want to kill that. Don't want him to ramp here. So you might have to let him build out a board and then do the terminal velocity. Oh, are you kidding me? What are the odds? Well, at least we can deal 4 to everything, but it would not be amazing. Okay. Okay, so we can deal more to everything. I hope he plays some big stuff, but we still need a plains here. Plains and something to jump with. We can take 3 for a few more turns, but like a plains and something cheap. No, he's got the dude again. Yeah. I don't think there's much that we can do here. So we take 6. Hey. I want to wait one more turn, but I cannot double spell, so I'm just going to fake a good game. Hope he attacks me for non-lethal, plays the big dude, and then We go terminal velocity into Nebula Dragon. We'll deal 7 to damage to everything. We are at 4 though. And then we'll play the Harrier next turn, of course. I hope he doesn't have something big, otherwise we're still dead here. Oh yeah, man, that Eldrazi. It was just too late. If we had drawn these two cards a bit sooner, we could have double spelled and drawn some cards and stuff. Okay, well, so far, pretty depressing first games. Maybe I've just lost the ability to either play well or make good decks. If he plays nothing, I will go Mechan first. We can get rid of the, or use the Moxide turn later anyway. I mean, we have a decent curve. Okay, don't really care about the relic. Opponent plays blue-green. Yeah, I definitely want to get rid of a land. Which of course makes the Moxide a good card. Okay, so we can just keep attacking, it seems. But that is a problem that we want to answer soon, but not yet. He needs 8 mana for that to happen. We have a Banishing Light plus Moxide. If he plays something bigger, I think it's just going to go Relic. Yeah. And probably going to sacrifice a land or token. I might lose the Ardent, so I'm going to do this first. Seems like he has a counter spell. So I'm not going to use the Banishing Light. And if he has the plus and reach thing. Okay, so now I'm going to Plasma Bolt. And he could counter that if he wants. Okay, well, I'm very happy that he does this, because now we can also just play the Mechan. Kind of surprised, by the way, that he doesn't keep up the fake counterspell. Opponent at 7, we have 2 removal spells. 6 damage on board. It is looking good. And of course any creature or artifact entering would kill him. We have enough mana to do 2 things here with the Mechan. Okay, so I want to try some things. I'll try Banishing Light first. And if he counters that, I can still cut Propulsions. Yeah, this is fine. Opponent at 2. We have a Plasma Bolt to finish him, but we have creatures and also an Enter the Battlefield ability. So this is looking okay. Opponent playing 3 colors, which is interesting. Yeah. Doesn't really matter anymore. Okay. Of course this changed back. Opponent's playing big dudes. Alright. Game number 2. I'll keep this. Wouldn't mind some lands, of course, but we have quite some things to do. If we do draw land, maybe I'll go Pangolin on turn 2, then turn 3 Mechan and put a counter on the Pangolin. But we would need to be drawing some lands. We are not. That is an 0-4, which is very annoying. As long as we only draw lands, I think we're good. Seems like the opponent is also... Okay, Gene Pollinator. Oh my goodness. So much action, but nothing to do with it. Yep. Now he'll probably attack for 2, I'm pretty sure. This is so annoying. Well. Yeah. Maybe if we only draw lions, we can wipe the board with the terminal velocity, but I don't think we can survive it long enough, even if we have 4 more turns. At least something that can block, and it will gain us 1 life. But it's not how we intend to use this creature, of course. So if he attacks, I'll block the 2/2, of course. If he attacks with anything but the 2/2 and the Pollinator, I will just block the Escort. And if he wants to use a trick to kill Haliya, whatever, that's fine. We're not going to get any of the trigger stuff anyway. We just need to get to our 6 mana here. We actually draw it. Oh, that's unfortunate. This is just so sad. I'm going to kill the 2/2 because it's pretty much the only thing that we can kill. Next turn Megan maybe. Yeah, we're at 7, I mean. Nice. It's a land. But it's probably too late. If we block the 2/2, he'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're exactly dead. I think this is the only way to survive. Man, can you imagine if we would have had it? What are the odds of drawing the creature that actually makes it work? Even if we draw 2 lands in a row, I think we're just dead. We're at 3. Okay, I guess we're removing a cut propulsion and we're adding another land. Such is life. Right. Last game. At least for this one. We'll have another match after this. I regretted it last turn, so I'm not going to do it again. Maybe if he goes slow enough, we can kill him in time. I'm just going to play the drone, because then if it dies, at least I have something to put a counter on. Next turn we can attack for 6. If he plays nothing. Okay, well, he will probably block this. He'll block the Harrier, I think. So now he greatly decreased our clock, unfortunately. And we don't have any follow-up play. Lightsmith would be amazing. We have many 4-drops, which would be great. And this drone is a nice boy, but he's not going to be able to kill the opponents. Now we're drawing all the lands. It's just... I've said this so many times. I know it's all just mental, but... Whenever you play 16 lands, it feels like you're playing 13. Whenever you play 17 lands, it feels like you're playing 20. And it's not the same in Arena as it is in real life. And I can feel it frustrating me more and more and more every time I play. And I know you probably don't want to hear it. That is unfortunate. It will be very hard for our Vanguard to have tapped creatures, unfortunately. So, man. I'm just going Vanguard and hopefully top decking a removal spell maybe. Anything but lands here. Interesting. So I assume he's not going to attack with the Menon anymore. It's a very good combination. I mean, the opponent has a nice deck, but it kind of feels as if we're just not able to play our deck at all. And now I wish I would have kept the stupid... I wish I would have kept the board wipe. You know, how can you know that the opponent is just, you know, and you're just drawing lands? We drew, what is this, turn 6? We drew only the Mechan, and we drew 5 lands. The opponent just having fun, kicking ass. Okay, never mind. Now I'm going to play the last game simply for the honor of playing, because if it's a win, at least the deck would have done something useful. But this is not what I expected when I made this deck. It's totally crap. And of course it could be the deck. If you have any mistakes in my deck, please point them out. But the draws are just, you know. Okay. I'll keep this. It'll probably take like 20 turns before we get our first planes. But at least we can double spell a bit. Now if we play the Mechan, we'll have 4 mana, then we cannot play both. I was thinking Pangolin into the red tiger to put a counter on the Pangolin, but then we need more mana. So now we're back to 17 lands. We're not drawing lands. We got our deck to 16 lands and we only drew lands. It is absolutely annoying. Very, very annoying. What do you do? So we can kill the Tenderfoot with the gunship. I think we just go Pangolin into Plasma Bolt, I guess. Hope to still draw land so that we can grow the Pangolin. Or play the Lightsmith. Yep, he has a 2/2 flyer. Okay. So I'm not too scared of this board, and in the spirit of we have some cheap warp creatures, I'm going to play the Lightsmith and take some damage next turn. We have 4 mana. If we draw not land, we can go Mechan into Gunship, otherwise it will probably be Ardent warped into Mechan. That is something we want to kill. It has 5 toughness. So I hope before that goes online we have something with 5 power. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, we're drawing lands, that's good. So the gunship can kill something, but it can probably never kill that one. We want to double spell anyway. So I think it's best to go... Let's see... 5 mana. Don't think I care about the counter too much on the Pangolin. I think I do. Banishing Light is okay. Opponent's at 8. Still we have nothing against the Siege Ship, but at least the Lightsmith is bigger. Oh my goodness, that's a big dude. That's something we won't be killing soon. Well, we have the Banishing Light, so... I wonder if he's going to tap everything. Don't think I care about the Siege Ship too much. To its power. Whenever you cast your second spell. So if I'm not mistaken, we can go this into the Predator. Yeah, it works. I'm going to wait saying good game until it's actually over. But of course we have the Ardent and the Gunship, so here's another one. If he blocks this, he's taking 2 damage, or 5, so he's going to block it with that one. Making him go down to 1. So if we go Ardent into Gunship, we'll just go on the Navigator. He'll have to block that one. If I'm not mistaken, I could have paid 1. I think he's just dead here. Yeah, so he's taking 2 from the Lightsmith. Okay. We are in the, what is it, the 2 loss bracket, so of course the deck that you play against is probably not the best deck. But we can still lose this, as we did with the first few games. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, well, it's something. Probably regret this, but I'm going to now I'm probably going to draw a lot of lands. But you know, that would be just my luck. I was thinking of maybe putting the plasma bolts in my hand and the planes at the bottom. Simply because then it's easier to double spell with the lightsmith. I'm just going to off the trade here. I think the operator is very good for him. And I want to keep the drone up for when I have the lightsmith. So that one's probably going to die at some point soon. But I'd rather have him kill my Haliya than the lightsmith. That's a good card. Okay, propulsion is also decent. Do I offer the trade? No. We have a removal spell, I'm just going to keep this. And the life gain every turn is pretty decent as well. Land from the top would be amazing, so that we can double spell with the drone and the propulsion. Otherwise maybe a cheap spell. Okay, I'll just take this. So we're definitely just going to kill the agrarian. And draw a lot of lands. Opponent's taking 7. Okay. Classic. Moxide would be great now. And now he's going to turn the corner. Okay, Pain for All is pretty good here. Should kind of stop his attacks here. Very glad that I could get rid of the assembler, but now he has another big beefy boy. Oh my goodness. This is just... I'm going to keep that in my hand and hope to draw another spell so that we can warp and stuff to draw more cards. Now please, any kind of action, any card that I can cast, please. Okay. So we can deal 3 damage to something. But then we have to warp this, which would be fine, I think. We cannot kill the assembler. Okay. No way, unfortunately, to have tapped creatures. So let's just gain some life. And I think we have to do some blocking at some point next turn. Probably chump with the drone, I think. He has the stuff. He does have the stuff. Yeah, so I'm taking 5 again. At least we can get make the lightsmith a bit better, a bit bigger. Okay, so we can double spell. I'll just hard cast it. I'm going to try to keep up 1 red. Because I might draw the other plasma bolts. Okay, so now it's looking pretty decent. I'm not going to attack because he has the relic. So I think I'll just block with the lightsmith at some point, because any damage to the lightsmith will be done to him. But he'll probably draw some kind of removal spell soon. Oh. That is rather painful. Let's see. Draw 2 cards for 8 mana. Well, the only thing we can hope is that at some point he starts attacking into the lightsmith with a lot of damage. But at this point he's just going to go terribly wide. And we have no way of attacking. I was about to say that would be a very strange attack. Oxide is lovely. Does a lot of work here. There's the gunship. So we can kill the engineer. Which we have to, by the way. I'm going to do this now, simply because I want to get the 3 life gain trigger. My PC is starting to make some strange noises. So I think as long as we survive, we might have a chance. Oh. Vanguard is nice. Vanguard is amazing. So if he attacks with the Lightsmith, he cannot block to kill it, because then he will be dead. So I think we'll have to attack with the Lightsmith. And the gunship, probably. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do both. We don't even have to attack. Because we can just crew this to get tapped creatures. And I'm going to tap the Mechan anyway. And he has reach. So I'm just going to attack with the Lightsmith, which he has to chump. Take 2. And we'll play the Pangolin, simply to get another life gain trigger stuff. Okay. Well, the deck is doing something. I don't know if it's enough, but it works. Maybe it's just the problem of neither being aggressive nor passive. I don't think we die here, but he is of course putting in quite some damage here. So I don't care about the trample. So I'll just block that one, jump that one. Block that one to our best. Block that one. I think this way we still live. And we keep quite some creatures, of course, and we gain some life. Yeah, I think this is over. Unless there's a board wipe, but I don't think there's one in blue-green. Yep, that's good game. We'll just play the mech, and he attack with his reach creature. We'll attack with the gunship and the Lightsmith. Yep. Okay, so in the end, actually, something worked. We popped off, but I didn't have much fun during the first 2 games. Now, if you have watched my videos, I try not to focus too much on the land draw issue. I can understand that it becomes something that you get obsessed with and that kind of drives you mad. Now, the problem is that I have noticed that I start to focus on it a lot. And if you have any idea or any tips for me how to change that, or maybe how to change the deck that I run into it less often, please do let me know, because I'm eager to learn. And if you have any other opinions on the draft or the plays or whatever, please do let me know. And I hope to see you next time. Peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies the flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.